I have been in the healing world for as long as I've been in the corporate world. And I kept them aside for the longest time. And I said, okay, universe, I'm going to go back into the corporate world. This was about maybe 15 years ago. And I said, I'm going to be the whole me. I want to be who I am totally. So as soon as I put that declaration out there, the universe popped a job in my hands of somebody that my husband and I used to work with. And so I went in there as their software quality assurance person under the guise of also being their CSO, their chief spiritual officer. And so I brought my sprays and my cards and my crystals and everything like that. So it was really there that I started to bridge the two sides of who I was. But when I did that, then I really was acknowledging who I was and who my inner child was, and acknowledging that I had a right to shine my light. As soon as I got up here, the community for the color mirrors just started coming together with ease and grace. It was a whole different energy. And a lot of it is that the colors really want to be out there. My whole passion for the last 30 years has been to work with the inner child. That's where I believe where all your creativity is and where all your passion is and what lights you up. And so I used to also co-teach a class called The Power Within and loving yourself and really putting yourself first. So in every class that I teach and in all of the people that are really drawn to me, I teach how do you put yourself first? And especially I work with a lot of moms. So we're not really taught to put ourselves first. But as we learn to put ourselves first and be that model for our children, then everything within the family dynamics will be a lot smoother, because then you're not being that martyr and you're taking care of everybody else. My favorite one is Metatron. And I always spray Metatron as I work with those guys. And I have a reminder from Melissa that Metatron is to bring that divine soul in, but it's also a reminder that sometimes we overdo and overbe, and we have that cosmic titty syndrome where we're trying to, feed everybody around us and take care of everybody around us except number one. And if you're working with an empty gas tank, you can't go anywhere. A few people that take it into their corporate world. I used to have a lady who worked at the jail, and she took the coral angel and she bought 6 of them at a time, and she sprayed that in the jail all of the time her last year she was there, and she said it really made a difference. The bottles will assist you at such a deep level, at such an unconscious level, because everything that I do, including some of the foods that I work with, work at that language of the DNA level. And so the bottles go to that core language of the DNA level and begin to make changes. My whole vision is to be able to leave a legacy of color mirrors practitioners so that they can begin to shift their communities. It's very needed. People are really in disarray. They're very frustrated with what's going on in the government. We're very polarized by who the president is right at the moment. And I think I know the color mirrors, as you begin to work with them, begins to take the focus from out there to in here. And if I can change this and I can make this happy, then everyone around me is going to be happy. And I'm going to attract more of that happiness to me versus more of that dysfunction. It really is about us. We really have to be responsible only for us, make us happy, and be that light and be that example. This is what I came here to do. This is my passion, and the bottles really assist me with that underlying passion, which is teaching people about that inner child. And the more that people can model that to their children, the more that will just become second nature. The journey has been so magical. I know that the bottles wanted me when they knew I was going to be ready.